Hi everybody. Today we're going to do the full body measurement. I want to go over it with you. We've already done the markings and the tracings to speed up the process so that you can replay this a couple of times. The tools that you're going to need are your flexible measuring tool, and I prefer that you have it marked on the left hand side, and you can even write the word left here, and you're always going to grab it with your left hand, lay it down so that the left side is always on the left. So I mark this with a white tape. That's usually a good way to do it. Second is that you have your white marker. Then you're going to need, you might want to come in here, you're going to need your level. This is a piece of poster board, but I like to use a pad of drawing paper. That way it folds up easily. So you just go to Target, get a pad of drawing paper in the children's art section and use that. And then you have plenty of room to work with. Okay, so over here we have a horse. This horse is a jumper. And we've already done some markings. And actually, if you want to get up on this so that you can show the markings over here, that might be a good idea. And then, can you see without falling? Okay, so now you can see the markings that we've got here already done on the horse's back. Okay, so I have my measuring tool. This goes at the end. Then we measure this down. The next thing is you can have your choice. You can either lift the belly or you can have your helper lower the horse's head down to about knee level, a little bit lower. There you go. And then that will give you a good top line measurement. So your flexible tool goes on like that. You're going to take your white marker. This horse is already marked. But basically you're going to go along and mark 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the end. And then you go across and mark on the opposite side as well so that you can see the line on both sides. So this is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you grab this flexible stick, take it off, and hopefully you can just turn and follow me over here. And then this lays on and we do the tracing. You always trace, by the way, underneath the measuring tool. Okay, so then we've marked off all the notches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the 0 and the end mark. I come back over, helper keeps the horse's head down. Again, flexible ruler with this in the left. We do the 0 measurement. Always want to make sure that this line is completely centered. We're going to go and make sure that this fits around the horse's shoulder. Here's your 1 and your number 2 measurements. So I'm going to come around and make sure that that's laying flat, especially at the number 2 measurement on both sides of the horse. And it should rest like that on the horse without moving, falling, popping up or anything. Grab with my left hand on the white mark, lift, carry it over to the paper, and let me move this a little bit here for you.
A little more. More. Sorry. That's good.
Okay, and then that would be your number 1. So that measurement would lay down there. I trace underneath. I mark at the gold lines. And then I write number 0 over here. Take the ruler again, walk back over to the horse. This measurement is your number 1. This is 1 finger behind the shoulder blade for a jumper, 2 fingers for a dressage horse. Again, center the gold. Make sure that the flexible measurement sits against the horse without popping up. If it pops up, it's too tight. Like this one's a little too tight. So I want to loosen it up. Go around and check the other side. Make sure the other side's laying flat. Grab with my left hand, lift up, walk over, and now I'm tracing number 1. Again, underneath, marking the gold lines, writing number 1. Come back. We go all the way through. Now to number 2. Putting that on there, making sure it's fitting, making sure that the gold line touches the horse on both sides, not digging in, but touching. This gold line touching, this line touching. Again, the other side, take it off. Then this is number 2. We lay it underneath, we trace, mark the gold lines. We come back for number 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 gets much wider, as you can tell, and with the horse's head down. This guy's nice and relaxed. This is my horse, by the way. And then again, we'll check the other side. Grab with your left hand. We want to make sure that this line's touching, this line is touching, and that line is touching. Grab with your left. Walk over to the paper. This was number 3. Again, we want to make sure that the far side was correct. Normally you would walk around to the horse and do both sides with this tool. Trace underneath the tool. Make sure that your pen is going straight down when you're doing this tracing, so that you don't tilt the pen and get underneath that. That will make that a little too wide if you do that. So nice and straight with your pen, marking at the gold lines. And then that was number 3. Come back and we'll do number 4. Again, here's a situation where you want the handler to make the horse square again. So the horse should be standing fairly square, even if it takes a few minutes to get the horse to square up like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to do the number 4 measurement. Again, setting that on there. If it's popping up, that means I've got it too tight somewhere. It should rest like that. I'll go to the other side, make sure the other half is fine. Grab with my left hand, walk over. This is the number 4 measurement. Trace underneath it, mark all the notches. Come back, we'll do the last one, which is number 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This goes here. And again, maneuvering the stick until it lays nice and flat. I don't like you guys to walk around the back. I'm going to preach horsemanship. Try to walk around the front, even if you're pretty confident with the horse. And then make sure that the other side is fine as well. Okay, grab with your left hand, come over here, trace number 5, and we've got all 5 traced. The last mark is just the end of this measuring tool. So again, we have the measuring tool is laid out like this, following the curve of the horse's back. And that is how it's marked. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the end. Okay, does everybody see that? Again, left hand is towards the horse's head. That's your top measurement. The last thing that we need to do is with the level, and that is to find the level spot of the horse's back. So we're going to lay it here until we see where it's level on the horse, which is right there. There's a mark right here. I don't know if you guys can see that mark. I put my thumbnail right at that mark. Lift up the level. I know that that's number 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's where it's level on his back. And I'll walk over and can you see this okay? And then I lay the level down so that my thumb is right at number 5. And then we trace around the box. We trace around the level. So you can see the marks that we've made over here. This is the top line mark with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the end. This is the level box. I had found the spot it was level on his back, and I simply traced that there so that we know where it is. This is 0, which is the shoulder. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If there is a significant difference between 0 and 1, where a horse has a big shoulder and an indentation at the wither, that's when we talk about the shoulder-free panel, but this horse wouldn't need it. And we can take a look back at the horse's conformation really quickly, and you can see that he does not have a very pronounced shoulder. He does not have a big dip here, so this horse would just need a normal panel. So I hope that that helps you guys with how to measure, do a full body measurement. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck. Have fun measuring.